Alright, man, it's time we really talk about this. The days of Alex Pereira just starching dudes, that era is probably over. In fact, I think it's been over since UFC 313. No more magic, no more trauma, and yeah, it sucks, man. I love the guy, but it's probably the truth. They just announced a rematch, Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev 2, and I'm telling you, man, the second I saw the headline, I felt it in my bones. Alex is going to lose, bro. There's no easy way to say that. I don't even gotta overthink it. Ank's gonna beat him, and it's probably gonna be worse than last time. And look, man, I didn't want to be here. I really didn't. Like, when the first fight happened, I tried so hard to give Alex the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe he was off. Maybe he was worried about the takedown. Maybe he was sick or something. Like, I wanted to believe there was some reason why he looked like that. But nah, the more I sat with it, the more I rewatched the fight, I just couldn't lie to myself. No more, bro. That wasn't nerves. That wasn't cautious. That was just a bad matchup. A straight up nightmare style for Alex. Ankalaev didn't have to do anything too crazy, in my opinion. He just shut him down, pressured him, stayed right outside his range, and made him hesitate the entire time. And it sucks to admit that because I like Alex, dude. I really do. I like the aura. I like the chaos. I like the vibe he brings. But this sport don't care about the vibes, okay? Styles make fight, and this one, it's all bad, man. So let's really talk about why I have no faith in Alex in this rematch, because it ain't just vibes or a good feeling. The truth is, Magomed Ankalaev just has Alex Pereira figured out. Like, stylistically, it's one of the worst stylistic matchups you can give Alex. And Ank's not flashy, dude. He doesn't do anything wild, but what he does do, it's clean, it's efficient, it's tight. He fights like a damn blueprint. His distance management is ridiculous. Like, the whole fight, he was just sitting the outside of Alex's range. Not running, not giving him space, just standing right there, close enough to make Alex feel the pressure, but far enough that he can just touch him. And every time Alex tried to throw something, Ank was already gone, or he was slipping and cracking him back. Like, go rewatch the second round, dude. Ankalaev walked into range. Alex does nothing, and then boom, clean straight shot down the pipe. No wind up, just laser fast, dude. And honestly, man, that fight low-key exposed some holes of Alex, when it comes to the boxing. Like, yeah, he's dangerous. The left hook is iconic, but when you take away the kicks and force him into a boxing match, it gets a bit shaky. He doesn't really move his head off the center line. The jab is stiff, and his defense, it's mostly just a high guard and reset. Ankalaev saw that. He didn't bite on any feints. He just stayed patient, made Alex second guess, and every time Poatan opened up, boom, Ank was already slipping and firing back. It wasn't flashy, but it was clean. That's another thing. Hand speed, dude. But Ankalaev's got some of the quickest hands at 205. That straight left, that right hook, off the slip, those were money. Now, people are like, oh, Alex was scared of the takedown. Bro, he stuffed every takedown. That wasn't the issue. What froze them was Ankalaev's control of the tempo. He never overextended. He never gave Alex a clean counter window. He made Pereira fight off the back foot the entire time, and you could tell Pereira wasn't comfortable. He didn't trust what he was seeing. Like, even the calf kicks, which were working, didn't do enough. Ankalaev was walking through them. And more importantly, Alex never layered anything on top of them. Part of it is that Ank's stance is too southpaw, super blade, and not easy to blast clean over and over. And look, if we're going to be fair, dude, there are a few adjustments that Alex could make. Like, if you really wanted a shot at flipping things, it's got to start early. I'm talking about leg kicks with intention, not just naked calf kicks, but kicks that lead into something. Like, throw the low kick, then step in with a straight or use it to set up that left hook. Keep Ank guessing, switch up the rhythm, maybe hang out in southpaw more so that rear leg is loaded for the inside kick or a body shot, and even better to cut off Ank circling. He could also start fast, really try to take the control of the center, push Ank back early, and force some kind of exchange. Because if Alex just sits back there and lets Ank dictate the pace again, we already know how that's going to end. So yeah, there's a world where he comes out aggressive, mixes the kick with the pressure, finds the timing on the jab, and maybe banks a couple early rounds. But man, even saying all that, I still don't buy it. Like, I want to. I'm not hating on the guy. But stylistically, it just feels like no matter what Alex tries, Ankalaev is going to have an answer. He's just too clean, too good at slipping the first shot, too good at pivoting away from danger, and honestly, his counters are a nightmare for someone like Pereira. He doesn't bite on the feints. He doesn't fall into traps. But he sits there, reads you, and then he snipes you with that straight down the pipe, okay? And if Alex does get aggressive, that just opens up the counter game more. That left straight is waiting for him. And if Ankalaev really wants to start leaning onto the wrestling too, there's just more layers Pereira has to worry about. So yeah, he could make a few tweaks, but I doubt it changes much. Not unless Alex turns into a complete different fighter overnight, which, come on, let's be honest, that ain't happening. And that's the thing, man. Alex won the first and the fifth round, just to clarify. But once Ank started downloading the data, he took over those middle rounds clean. But going back to the leg kicks, man, he'll land one, cool, then he'll just reset. No jab behind it, no combo, just reset over and over. And that's how you beat someone like Ank. You gotta punish him for stepping in, and Alex didn't. Then round 5 happened, and Alex stepped in and he landed a clean jab, and I'll give the guy credit. I was like, damn, okay, he figured it out. But it took him like 20 minutes to do one thing, man. By then, Ankalaev already had 3 straight rounds in the bank and all the momentum. This is a guy who doesn't play games, dude. Ankalaev's not going to stand in front of you like an anime character and trade until one of you drops. He's too smart for that. He's too clean, and that's the problem. He takes away everything that Alex is good at and replaces it with a chess match that Alex can't win. Like, think about this, man. When has Pereira ever looked comfortable in a slow technical fight? He's a rhythm guy. He thrives in chaos. He needs that forward momentum, the pressure, the feeling that he's breaking you. But Ankalaev, he's the guy who makes you second guess every step. He's literally that quiet storm. No flash, no drama, just efficiency. And against a guy like that, Pereira freezes up. The first fight told me everything I needed to know. Alex wasn't just cautious, he was shook. He couldn't find his reads. He couldn't time his jab. He was standing there like, when do I go? And every time he thought about stepping in, Ank was already moving, already reacting, already setting traps. And I'll be honest, dude, Ank tried to wrestle, bro. Ank did, just to remind him who's in charge. And here's the kicker. He didn't even need to. That's how dominating the striking gap was. But, you know, he tried to take him down. Let's be real. Alex has really good takedown defense. But he made a high-level kickboxer look lost while barely tapping into the grappling. That's the scary part. And now people are saying, oh, just wait till Alex comes out more aggressive this time. Cool. But what happens when he walks into that left straight and gets sat down? What happens when the aggression just feeds Ank's counter game? And I'm telling you this, man, what happens when he gets finished? And look, I get it. It's hard to admit when your guy's outmatched. I've been there. You don't want to believe it. You want to say, oh, he'll just adjust. He'll learn. He'll do better. But sometimes, man, it's just not there. Sometimes the matchup is just that bad. And think about it, dude. Ank is also going to get better too in this rematch. So yeah, I'm saying it loud. I don't care who gets mad. This ain't a toss-up. This ain't a 50-50. This is a one-sided matchup. And I know some people are going to be like, dude, Ank was getting hurt by those leg kicks. And yeah, I'll admit it. Alex was landing calf kicks. That part's not up for debate. You could see Ankalaev limping a bit after the fight. Cool. But like, what did it actually do in the moment? What changed? Nothing. Ank didn't slow down. He didn't stop pressing forward. He didn't start biting on feints or switching stances or wobbling around. Nah. The dude just ate the kicks and just kept fighting. And that's the key, man. It's not about whether you land something. It's about what impact it has on the actual fight. You can land 50 leg kicks, but if the other guy's still walking you down and still outstriking you, still controlling the tempo, then who cares? People act like Pereira was 1 or 2 kicks away from finishing Ankalaev's leg, like he was chopping down a tree. Nah, bro. This ain't Dustin versus Connor. Ank's legs weren't giving out. He wasn't stumbling. He was still in full control. And more importantly, Alex never built off of them. No jab behind them. No kicks. No high feints. No setups. Just leg kicks, reset. Leg kicks, reset. It's like he was trying to play it safe and steal points. But you can't point fight a guy who's tagging you clean in every exchange. And look, even if we pretend that the kicks weren't working, like really working, let's be real. That's not enough. You're going to leg kick your way to a 5-round decision against Ankalaev when you're losing every other area. You need something else. Punches, pressure, level changes, damage. And again, it's not like Alex hasn't had success with calf kicks before. But against a guy like Jan or Yuri, he can follow them up with that left hook or trap them along the cage. Ankalaev, he wasn't giving them any of that. He was just standing outside of range, baiting those kicks, checking some, absorbing others, and never once looked compromised. So yeah. Miss me with those leg kick saver arcs, okay? If that's your biggest reason for believing Alex is going to win this rematch, I don't know what fight you were watching, bro. And here's the scariest part, man. The rematch trap. You know what I mean? The false hope. The idea, oh, now that Alex knows what to expect, he's going to come in more aggressive, more confident, more prepared. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, that's the worst thing he can do. Like, aggression sounds good on paper, right? Push the pace, throw more combos, let the left hook fly. But that's exactly what Ank wants. That's his whole game. He baits guys thinking they have to go first, and then boom, he counters you. You're on the canvas wondering what just happened. We just saw flashes of that in the first fight too. The few times Alex did try to step in or throw something with heat, Ank slipped, pivot, and cracked him clean. That one sequence where Pereira's kind of feinting a switch stance and he didn't throw anything. And Ank just stepped in and smoked him. So now imagine Alex coming in thinking, alright, I gotta be first this time. I can't be passive. That left hook is gonna get time. That jab is gonna get slipped. And the worst part, if he overcommits, that shot opens up. And now Ankalaev's on his hips, mixing in takedowns, stacking ground time on top of already winning the stand-up. That's why this whole narrative of Alex just needs to be more aggressive is kind of fake. It's not that simple. He's walking a tightrope here, okay? If he's too passive, Ank's gonna point him to death. Too aggressive, Ank's gonna counter him, or he's eventually gonna take him down. There's no comfort zone in this matchup, and that's what makes it so brutal for Alex. But the thing is, bro, being aggressive against Ankalaev might be the worst thing you could think of. Like, that's literally what he wants. That's his whole game. He's not going to chase you around. He's not going to out-volume you. He just chills, read your rhythm, and then boom, that straight left from southpaw stance, it's already halfway to your chin before you even finish throwing it. And again, I'm not trying to be a hater. I like Alex. I want to believe, I want to say, yo, he just had an off night. But nah, that first fight exposed everything to me. He couldn't deal with the speed. He couldn't handle the distance. He got shut down in every phase of the game. And now he's walking right back into it. And I just don't see it going any other way, bro. In fact, I think it's going to be worse this time. Ank's coming in confident. He's the champ now. And if Alex tries to do more, that's when he gets cracked. And honestly, I don't think anybody at 205 is stopping Ank right now. He's just too damn fast for this damn division. Yeah, even Yuri. I know some of y'all are still hoping hope like, what about Yuri though? Nah, man. He's getting smoked too. 1 or 2 rounds max. Ankalaev is just on a different level right now. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying this, dude. So yeah, call me crazy. Call me biased. I don't care. But I'm saying it now. Ankalaev finishes Pereira in the rematch. Cold. And when it happens, don't act surprised. Don't start making excuses. Don't blame the game plan or say Alex was off again. It's just a bad matchup. And it's time we start accepting that.